Very slowly make your way to the front of the mat. I'm not rushing. I'm taking little steps to the front, feet hip distance. And then once you're the hands on your shins, give me a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. And slowly in your own time, do that twice more. Think about the long lines in your back and the stretch in the back of your legs, your hamstrings. Drawing the breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Once you've done the last one, then go down, grab the elbows with the opposite hand and swing side to side. Let's start the lengthening in the hamstrings and in the back. Bring your hands onto your shins, round your back. Restack the vertebra. Coming into standing position. Once you're up there, take a big inhale and reach up. I'm just going to face you. Grab your left wrist, pull it up high and pull it across to your right for a side bend. Change. Pull it tall first to lengthen the side and feel the side bend as you lean over. Stretching the back of your shoulders, the right arm comes to the front, left arm underneath it. Just press it onto your chest, release the shoulders away from the ears and hold. If you've got an eagle pose with the arms, then meet the left fingertips with the right palm. And making sure you're releasing the shoulders again away from the ears, lift the elbows. Maybe squeeze your glutes and slightly lean back from the top of your back. Release the stretch. Changing sides, I'm just opening the chest first. The left arm is coming in front of me, right arm underneath. Pressing the arm onto the chest. Or if you have an eagle, the right palm, right fingertips meet the left palm. Shoulders away from the ears. And maybe lift. I'm feeling it between my shoulder blades. The back of my shoulders mainly on the left side. And then release it off. Open the chest. Let's interlace the fingers in the back. Roll the shoulders together. And then start opening the front of your shoulders, the collarbones, by pressing your shoulder blades together, straightening the elbows if it's there, and lengthen up towards the ceiling from the crown of your head. Draw the belly button in. Maybe lift the hands off your hips, just for a breath, getting those shoulders ready. Release. Roll the shoulders back and forward as you come to the front of the mat, feet hip distance. Give me a standing cobra. Sweep up, inhale, maybe a slight back bend, and then start folding forward slowly as you exhale. Inhale into another halfway lift. And exhale, both legs to the back, high plank. Hold your high plank for a breath. Drop your knees onto the mat and sink onto your front. Let's switch on the back muscles with mini cobras. Pressing feet into the mat, rolling shoulder blades together. Inhale as you lift from the top of your back. Exhale, come onto the mat. Keeping back of the neck long. Keeping shoulders away from the ears and pressing feet into the mat. In your own time. Few more rounds here. Squeeze the elbows by your ribs. And I'm making this the last one. Maybe lift higher, more push into the hands. Stay on the top and let's twist. One way, back to center and the other way. Come all the way onto the mat. Sit onto all fours. Push up slowly and stack the hands under your shoulders. Cat and cow. I'm starting with the cat to round the back. Next time you inhale, look up, cow. And a few more rounds. Spreading fingertips. One more time. A few more circles into the wrists once you're back to neutral spine. Waking up the wrists. I'm turning the fingertips all the way to the back, but please be careful with that. Pressing the heels of the hands onto the mat. Slide bending the elbows and rocking forward and backward. Stretching the forearms. Turn the fingertips to the front, tuck your toes under. Sit back onto your heels to press into the big toe joint, soles of your feet. Or maybe see if you can sit up. And roll the shoulders back. Just hold it for a breath. And then straight away, let's go into downward dog. Reach the fingertips, spread the fingertips. Bum up and pedal once you're up. Make the pedaling bigger than usual. Keep pressing your shoulders, your chest towards the ankles. So you get the lengthening in the calves and the hamstrings. But hopefully you also get a nice stretch in the front of your shoulders. See if you want to push your bum side to side as well. Maybe separately, maybe put it in with the pedals. So make the movements generous. Find static downward dog, feet hip distance. Keep a slight bend in the knees. On your next inhale, lift the right heel behind you into three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right knee to the nose, give it a tap. And push back into three-legged dog one more time. Inhale. Exhale, step through between the thumbs. Hold the runner's lunge, come onto the fingertips, back knee straight. Shift forward and backward, maybe a couple of times, maybe 3 times, preparing the front of your left hip. Let's go into crescent moon. Left knee on the mat. Sweep the arms up, take a big inhale, lengthen up towards the ceiling. I'm easing out of the right knee. And then maybe a slight back bend as you exhale. Straighten up, half split. Use the blocks around you if you need them. You don't need them, please forget about them. And sit back into half split. I'm straightening the right knee, turning the right toes up. Sending right hip to the back of the mat. Find that first hamstring stretch. One more breath and we take it into pyramid. Again, with or without the blocks. I'm bending right knee, lifting back knee off. I'm stepping the left leg in the middle of the mat. It's a short stance. Tramlining the feet, maybe scoot your right foot out towards the right side of the mat. Lengthen the back, I inhale. You can always use your calf if you don't have the blocks. And exhale, forward towards the thigh. Again, reach the hands wherever they want to go. And send the right hip to the back of the mat. That's the tricky part. Feel that the left heel is flat on the mat. Still stretching the hamstrings, lengthening into that thigh, back of the leg. Warrior 3, bending right knee. Flattening the back just to be on the safe side. Arms by your side. Once you've got that flat back, float into the balance, lift the left heel. Lengthen between the crown of your head and the left heel and point the left toes to the mat. Step into a crescent lunge, bend the right knee and take a long step to the back of the mat. Make sure you've got the balance again, tramlining the feet, sweep the arms up. Take a big inhale and hold it for an exhale as you sink into the front knee. Maybe sending the left heel to the back of the mat. but the pubic bone to the front of the mat, and feel that stretch in the front of your left hip. One more inhale. Exhale, warrior two, left heel on the mat, and open up into a T. Shoulders back, sink into the right knee, strengthen the thighs. Let's do wide-legged forward fold, extending the right knee, turning the feet parallel. 5-pointed start just to prepare. Big inhale, exhale, fold. If you need the blocks, use them under the hands. Fold and hold it for about 3 breaths. Slide bending the knees and turning the tailbone up. Stretching inner thighs and hamstrings. Start sitting onto your left heel into a side lunge. I'm not going too low. Just make sure you feel a bit of stretch in the hamstrings. I'm turning the left toes out. I'm finding the position in the right knee as well. And I'm focusing on flat back. You might have the hands off the mat already, and that's good. Or just stay with a bit of support from the hands to stretch your inner thighs. Back into wide-legged forward fold. Turn the feet parallel. Give it one more fold, one more breath. And going through 5-pointed start with the bent knees and a flat back, sweeping up. And going to warrior two again. Turn the right toes. Pointing the right knee to the front, arms in a T. Good. Yeah, going to reverse your half moon pose. So I'm sweeping to the front. Going through a crescent lunge. Make sure your left heel is up to the sky. And reach the left fingertips towards the front of the mat. And float into another balance. Lift the left heel. And reach your right shoulder and right fingertips to the ceiling. Again, using the block under your left fingertips is probably a good idea. As you reach the right arm up, see that you're not dropping the left hip. Lift the left heel slightly higher. Standing split, right fingertips on the mat. Walk the hands closer to the right foot and lift the left heel higher. Even more work in the right hamstrings. They will be nice and warm by the end of the session. Step into an easy twist. Make sure the left hand comes in line with the right foot. And I'm stepping into a long runner's lunge first. Then the left hand flat, making sure you've got a long stance and right arm up. And that's lovely on the back. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, lengthen the neck. Send the left heel to the back of the mat. I'm feeling the stretch in the back and the front of the left hip again. Right hand flat on the mat on the outside of the right foot. Sweep the right foot up, 3-legged dog. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, step the right foot on the outside of the right hand, this time into lizard. Turn the right toes outwards towards the right side of the mat. Keep the left knee straight and drop the hip. Even more of a stretch in the front of your left hip, hopefully. Let's see if we can drop the left knee onto the mat. Maybe onto the left toes. And see if you can put your left elbow towards the mat. If that doesn't happen, just in the first round, use the block. That's my elbow, sorry, left elbow on the mat. See if it goes all the way onto the mat. It might not, but that's okay. Just in that first round, the right fingertips are going to reach up. One more twist in the back. And press the right heel of the hand onto the inside of your right knee, just for a very gentle stretch. Press that knee outwards and turn the right shoulder up to the ceiling. Look up. Release the right knee. Come back onto the hands, onto the inside of your right foot. I remove the block. Lift the back knee and turn into a side plank. You can stay on your left knee in the first round if you want, or I'm pushing the right foot back. Stacking the feet, pushing the heel over to the left and lifting right arm. Finding a side plank. If you want a very gentle back bend by bending the right knee, popping the foot behind you, and just leaning into that foot if nothing else. If you've got more, go into wild thing, lift the hips and reach the right fingertips to the front. Be careful with this one in the first round. Just do however far, go for however far your body wants to go. Turn into a three-legged dog. Both hands on the mat, sweep the right leg up and open the hips on the top this time. Inhale as you lift the right heel. Exhale, stack the hips, straight arms, and bend the right knee. Pull the heel onto your bum. Should be very nice on the front of your right hip. Drop the right foot onto the mat. Downward dog. Give it a little stretch. Let's do a dolphin. I'm dropping the knees for the first one. If you can, keep them off. And drop the elbows onto the mat. Once you're there, lift the bum back up. And hold a dolphin stretch. Elbows no wider than the shoulders. No moving around unless you need to. And then drop the knees onto the mat if you're coming with me. And shift onto your front. So I'm coming to the front of the mat as if you were sinking through chaturanga. Roll the shoulder blades together. Give me a full cobra if it's there. Press the feet into the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward dog. I'm going through child's pose. Anytime you want to leave out bits and pieces, feel free. Find downward dog. Stretch out those shoulders here for another breath. Lift the left heel behind you, three-legged dog. Let's start the other side. As you exhale, pull the left knee to the nose, give it a tap, and push back into three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, step through between the thumbs, runner's lunge. This is the first one on this side. I'm coming onto the fingertips, and I shift forward and backward to start stretching the front of my right hip. Drop the right knee onto the mat. I'm tramlining the left heel and the right knee. Sweep the arms up, crescent moon, easing out of the left knee for me to lengthen up to the ceiling and maybe a slight back bend so I'm feeling the back of my shoulders. Straighten up to inhale. Exhale, half split. Again, with or without the blocks. Straightening the left knee, turning the left toes up, shifting the left hip to the back of the mat. And fall towards the thigh. Think about forehead to toes. Really isolating the hamstrings here. Pyramid pose. Bending the left knee to prepare. Lift the back knee and step the right foot in the middle of the mat, tramlining the 2 feet. Turning the 10 toes to the front. I'm lengthening the back. Inhale. And exhale, find a stretch. Again, you're sending the left hip to the back of the mat. Make sure your right heel is pressing onto the mat. Warrior 3, bend the left knee, flatten the back first. Draw the belly button in, arms by your side and lift the right heel, finding the balance. Flexing right foot to the mat. Drawing shoulders away from the ears. Keep reaching the fingertips to the back of the mat. Step into a crescent lunge. Bend the left knee slowly all the way to the back of the mat. Sweep the arms up and hold. Big inhale as you reach up. Exhale, bend the left knee. Check that it's above your left ankle. Send the right heel to the back of the mat whilst you're sending the pubic bone to the front of the mat. To take the hip flexor stretch on the right side further. Warrior 2, right heel on the mat. Open up in a T. Shoulders above the hips. Bend the left knee. Wide-legged forward first. 5-pointed star, straighten the left leg. Turn the feet parallel. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward. Give it a few breaths. See if you want to push your weight onto the tippy toes and onto the heels. So rock forward and backward. See where the stretch is for you. And turn the tailbone up to the ceiling. Side lunge onto your right heel. I'm turning the right toes out, so you should be sitting in the back of the mat. Rearrange the feet. Find a stretch, find a hand position. Do fancy stuff if you're there already, but we are coming back here, so you don't have to rush. I would say flat back always helps. It keeps you straight, strong, and fairly safe in the back. Come back into wide-legged forward fold. I'm turning the feet parallel. One more fold. And hinge back up. 5-pointed star. Bend the knees flat back. Reach up. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 2 onto the left foot again. Lengthen the stance if you need to. Bend the left knee above the left ankle. Balance. We are revolving the half moon. I'm turning around, sweeping the arm up into crescent lunge. And right fingertips are coming to the front of the mat. Right foot is lifting. So there is a twisted position in the back. Left fingertips reaching up if you can. Use the block under the right hand if you need it. Squeeze the right bum cheek and make sure you're not dropping it. Feel the core muscles working to make that twist happen. Left fingertips on the mat or on your block. Standing split, drop the head and shoulders, lift the right heel. Working those hamstrings, stretching them. Step into runner's lunge. If you can, bring the hands in line with the left foot. Step the right leg to the back of the mat. Once you're there, you've made sure that the left knee is above the left ankle, right hand flat. Left arm up. Easy twist. Send the right heel to the back of the mat to really stretch out those hip flexors. Left hand on the mat, sweep the left heel up into 3-legged dog. Take a big inhale. And straight away, step on the outside of the left hand into lizard. I'm turning the left toes out. Dropping the hip with the right knee still straight. Taking the hip flexor stretch further. Drop the right knee, untuck the toes if you need to. See if you can put the right elbow onto the mat. Use the block under the right elbow if it feels good. Maybe reach the left arm up and press the left heel of the hand into the left knee for a gentle stretch in the hip. Make sure it's more about turning the left shoulder up to the ceiling rather than aggressively pushing the left knee out. Come back onto the hands. Tug the back toes under, lift the back knee. Turning into a side plank. Again, you can drop the right knee onto the mat for a star pose. I'm pushing the left leg back and stacking, lifting left arm up. Chest high, open. Stacking shoulders and the hips are high. See if you want a gentle back bend. I'm bending the left knee, just popping the left foot behind me and a little lift in the hips, maybe turning up to the ceiling, reaching the left fingertips to the front of the mat, but don't take it too far. The shoulders are not that warm. 3-legged dog, left hand on the mat, left heel up. This time open up on the top. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stack the hips and bend the left knee if you're ready. Heel onto your bum. Straight arms. Put the left foot onto the mat, find downward dog. And going for your second round of dolphin. See if you want to drop the knees onto the mat, or maybe dropping the elbows one by one. Find dolphin, bum high. Pushing towards your ankles with the chest, armpits. Make sure you keep your neck in neutral. Push back into downward dog. Elbows one by one, all together come off the mat. Find a downward dog. Come forward into high plank. Wait for the core muscles to engage. Roll your shoulders away from the ears. And let's go through a chaturanga. Please be aware of the shoulders. They've just stretched out. Inhale into cobra or upward dog. I'm pressing the feet into the mat. Exhale, downward dog. Step or jump the feet into a wide yogic squat into the front of the mat. Bum low, crown of the head high. Stretching inner thighs. While we are here, are we okay? Cute, namaste. Fingertips on the mat, bum up high, bring the feet parallel. Bring the feet hip distance, give it a halfway lift. Inhale, and exhale, forward. Round your back, come up slowly. Roll the shoulders out on the top, and let's sweep up. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, go straight into chaturanga if you're ready. Inhale into cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Hold for a breath. And we can start your next round of the flow. Lift the right heel behind you, three-legged dog. Big inhale. Exhale, right knee to the nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through runner's lunge. Drop the left knee. Sweep the arms up, crescent moon. Big inhale. If you fancy that back bend, very carefully. Top of your spine, exhale. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, pyramid straight away. We are leaving out the half split. Use the blocks if you need them. Lift the back knee and step the left foot in the middle of the mat. Inhale into a flat back, sending the right hip to the back of the mat. And exhale, forward. Stretch the hamstrings on the right side. Bend the right knee. Inhale as you flatten the back. Exhale, warrior three balance. Arms by your side. Hold for another breath. Draw the belly button in. Step into crescent lunge. Bend the right knee. Step to the back of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, side lunge onto the left heel. We are leaving out so many steps. I'm putting hands to heart center, turning over and sitting onto the back of the mat. Sit low or stay a bit higher with me, with really strong back. Make sure you feel that stretch, no hip pain or knee pain. Next inhale, power up, going through warrior two. Turn the right foot. And think about a revolving half moon straight away. Sweep the left arm to the front and reach to the mat straight away. Lift the left heel, right arm to the ceiling. Hold for another breath, making sure you're not dropping the left hip. And standing split. Hands are coming to the mat or the block. Lift the left heel higher. Drop the head and shoulders. Breathe. Step into easy twist straight away. Bend the right knee. Left hand on the mat in line with the right foot. Right arm up, twist. Right hand on the mat, sweep the right leg up into three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, lizard. Step on the outside of the right foot. I'm turning the right toes outward straight away. Lift the chest. Let's see if you can go onto your elbow. This time I'm not putting the back leg onto the mat. Use the block under the left elbow. I'm going to turn my left forearm in line with the short side of the mat. Now think about something. We are going into a plank. If you're quite comfy on the left elbow, stay on the elbow, and we stay in a left an elbow plank. Otherwise, come back onto the left hand and turn into a plank. If you're staying on your elbow, just sweep that right leg back, stack the feet on top of each other, and lift the right arm. Wherever you are, just stay. It doesn't matter. Lift the hips high. Pinch the shoulder blades. We've got that slight back bend. If you're on your elbow, please be careful. I'm hovering the right foot, bending the right knee, popping the foot behind me, and open the shoulder. Please be careful if you're on your elbow. Reach the right fingertips towards the front of the mat. Try and lift the bum high. If you're on your hand, come back into a high plank, and then join us in a forearm plank by dropping your elbows onto the mat. If you're with me, I'm just turning into a forearm plank. Right elbow goes onto the mat. Feet are coming down. I'm turning the forearms parallel and the palms flat. Walking the feet closer to the elbow and push up into dolphin. Hold. Feel the stretch in the shoulders. Lift up into downward dog. Hold it for a breath. And good news is there is no chaturanga. We are going for the other side straight away. Lift the left heel behind you, three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to the nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through between the thumbs. Right knee on the mat. Sweep the arms up, crescent moon. Big inhale. Slight back bend. Be careful with your lower back. Exhale. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, pyramid on the block or on the mat. Step the right foot in the middle of the mat. Inhale, flatten the back and send the left hip to the back of the mat. Exhale, forward, stretching the left hamstrings. Warrior 3. Bend the left knee, flatten the back first, arms by your side. Lift the right heel. Strong back muscles. Draw the belly button towards the lumbar spine. Step into crescent lunge. Bend the left knee. Sweep the arms up. Take a big inhale. And exhale, side lunge onto the right heel. I'm turning right heel flat, turning right toes out, sitting onto the right heel into a side lunge. Sit low if you want, straight back. One more breath here. Power up, turn into warrior 2 onto the left heel. Arms in a T. Left knees above the left ankle. Sweep the right arm to the front, revolving the half moon. Right fingertips to the mat. Lift the right heel and hold that twisted position. Right heel high, right hip high, reaching left fingertips to the mat. One more breath. And standing split, drop the head, lift the right heel higher. Try your best to frame the left foot. Bend the left knee. Step to the back of the mat. Easy twist, right hand flat, left arm up. Bring the left foot. Sweep the left heel up into three-legged dog. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, step into lizard outside of the left hand. Again, stay on your hands or onto your right elbow, turning the right forearm parallel to the front side of the mat. Find the lizard here for a sec. And turning into side plank on or off your elbow, pushing the left leg back, left arm up. Lift the hip. Beautiful. I'm hovering the left foot for the back bend, bending left knee, pop the foot onto the mat, turn the shoulders up. If you can reach the left fingertips to the front, please be careful if you're on your elbow. Let's meet in dolphin. If you're in high plank, just turn around, come down onto your elbow. Otherwise, as I'm turning onto my left elbow as well, I'm turning the forearms parallel to each other, spreading fingertips. Bum up high, walking feet in, pushing shoulders towards the ankle and hold. Lift into downward dog. And hold for a breath, hold for a stretch. Step or jump into yogic squat. Inhale to prepare, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the front. Drop the bum, press your elbows out. Oh, roll those shoulders back. Lengthen the neck. Let's do a hand balance. You can do your crawl with me or crane if you want to straighten the legs. I've got triceps on the insides of the knees. Hands flat, no wider than your shoulders. Round your back, draw your belly button in, lift up onto the tippy toes. You know the drill. Have a play around with just one heel into the bum, or maybe both. And hold that hand balance. And find yourself on your bum. I'm popping back into yogic squat, and I'm popping the bum onto the mat. You might want to push the feet to the side. Nice one. Once you're there, arms to the front. Let's do a boat pose. I'm lengthening the upper back, scooping the tummy. And then finding the stomach strength to lift into tabletop or straight legs. Choose one. Straighten the legs, don't wait for me. Feel the stomach muscles working, no back pain as usual. Pop your lower back onto the mat, just the lower back, just the lower back. Once the lower back is flat, pull the knees into your chest. Keep the shoulders high. Extend your left leg away from you. Extend the right leg up to the ceiling. Let's stretch those hamstrings. They should be quite warm. Big inhale, prepare. Exhale, pull. Inhale, switch. Exhale, pull the left leg. Take your time. Inhale as you switch. Exhale as you pull. So you've got that hamstring stretch going on. If you point the feet, the toes, that's nice. If you flex the feet, you might feel even more in the hamstrings and in the calves. Have a play. Do, let's say, 2 each. In your own time. I'm doing 1 more each way. Make sure it's the left one you pull in last. Hug the knees into your chest and relax your shoulders finally. That's quite nice. Put the feet onto the mat, hands by your side. Let's go into shoulder bridge. Let's prepare the glutes. Scoop the tummy. Lift up, make sure your feet are hip distance. And come back down 1 more time. And let's do it again. Scoop the tummy, making sure the glutes are working. Stay up on the top. Straighten out between the knees and the shoulders. Lengthen the neck, chin is off your chest. Draw the belly button in. Let's open the shoulders so we can prepare for a wheel for later. Tucking shoulder blades under, interlacing the fingers. Straight elbows and pressing the little fingers into the mat. Lifting hip higher, but on the very top, scoop, push the pubic bone higher than the belly button. And drop the belly button towards your lower back as much as you can. Chin is off your chest, no tension on your neck. And hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Release it off. Release the bum onto the mat and think about coming back into yogic squat, so we can do another hand balance. You can leave that out. You can always roll onto your side and find yourself in an inner thigh stretch yogic squat. If you think about rolling up, just have a go with it. You might need the hands behind you. Make sure you activate the tummy muscles and roll up. If you need to, use the hands behind you, push back up and find your own yogic squat. Yeah, good. Let's do one more hand balance. I'll just give you one more option here. If you're not quite happy in the yogic squat, then start maybe with crane, feet hip distance, a bit of forward fold. You can try it with me or stay with your crawl. And then maybe just tap the knees into your armpits, lifting the heels. See if you want to have a go with that, but some of you might have it, and just have a little hand balance here. Choose your option. And then come down wherever you are, push your bum up, bring the feet parallel. Give it another halfway lift. And as you exhale, fold. Let's jump through chaturanga if you want, or meet us in downward dog. Inhale into another halfway. And exhale, make your way through the floor. Once you're there, hold your downward dog for one more breath. And we start again from your flow, the whole long sequence. Lift the right heel, three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through, runner's lunge. Drop the left knee. Sweep the arms up, crescent moon. Inhale. Maybe a slight back bend as you exhale. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, pyramid. I'm lifting the back knee, stepping the left foot in. Inhale, flatten the back and send the right hip to the back. Exhale, fold. If you need to, use the blocks because they might give you a better stretch. Warrior 3, bend the right knee, flatten the back, push the arms to the back as you lift the left heel. Hold it for one more breath, strong stomach muscles. Step to the back of the mat, sweep the arms up, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, slide lunge onto the back of the mat, onto the left heel. Sit down for a breath. I'm going to leave out the warrior 2 and try and go into revolving half moon to the front straight away. Please be careful with the knees. If you can, stay low, sit over and sweep the left arm to the front of the mat. And reach down, lift the left heel and reach the right arm up. If it doesn't work in the future, just go through the little steps that's safe for you. Lift the left heel higher. One more breath. And standing split, forward. Bring the hands maybe surrounding the right foot. Lift the left heel higher. Feel the glutes working. Feel the right hamstrings working. And step into easy twist. Left leg to the back of the mat. Left hand flat, right arm up. Take a big inhale. Twist. Exhale, right hand down, right heel up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Let's open on the top. Exhale, stack the hips. Bend the right knee. Inhale, level the hips. Exhale, step on the outside of the right hand, lizard. Stay here or left elbow goes down, forearm parallel to the front side of the mat. I'm reaching the right arm up, but please be aware that's quite a tricky one if you're moving into side plank. Left heel on the mat and push the left foot back. I'm hovering the left foot, lifting hip high. Sorry, that's my right foot. I'm so sorry. Bend the right knee, pop the right foot behind you. Back bend, wild thing. Reach to the front of the mat. Lift the hips high if you can. Turn into a forearm plank. Meet us in dolphin. I'm turning forearms parallel. Hands flat, bum high. Walking feet in if you're coming from the forearm plank. Push the chest through. Hold it for a breath. You can always leave the dolphin out if you want. Meet us in downward dog. Let's lift up into downward dog. Lift the right heel behind you straight away, other side, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through. Right knee on the mat. Sweep up, crescent moon. Big inhale. Exhale, back bend if you want. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, pyramid, stepping the right foot in the middle of the mat. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, send the left hip to the back as you fold. Bend the left knee, flatten the back, inhale. Exhale, warrior three, lift the right heel. One more breath. Long line. Step back, crescent lunge. Inhale as you sweep the arms up. Exhale, side lunge onto the right heel. Turn the right heel down, sit into the back of the mat. Hold with that strong back one more time. See if you want to go through warrior two onto the left foot, or stay low as you sweep the right arm to the front, right fingertips to the mat, lift the right heel, left arm up. Try not to drop the right hip, hold it for one more breath. And on your next exhale, standing split, bring the fingertips onto the mat. Frame the left foot if you can, lift the right heel high, drop the head and shoulders. Easy twist, stepping right leg to the back, right hand flat, left arm up. Frame the left foot. Sweep the left heel up into three-legged dog. Take a big inhale and open on the top. Stack the hips. Bend the left knee as you exhale. Straight arms. Inhale, level the hips. Exhale, lizard. Step on the outside of the left hand. Stay here and wait for the plank or right ab on the mat, right forearm parallel with the short side of the mat. I'm lifting the left arm just to give myself an extra challenge. Right heel over and left foot back. Hovering the left foot if you can. When you're ready, bend the left knee, pop the foot behind you. Open up into back bend. Reaching left fingertips to the front. Guys, if this one hurts your shoulder, stay on your hand. Let's meet in dolphin. Get there in your own time. Make sure the forearms are parallel. You're spreading the fingertips. Bum high. Feet maybe closer to the elbows and hold. Downward dog, lift the elbows off. Find yourself in the front of the mat with the choosing of your hand balance, crawl or crane. Crawl is wide, crane is feet hip distance. You will have the choice to do another one because we'll come back here one more time. Find your hand balance, have a play, and whilst you're there, think about ending up on your bum. So I'm landing the feet. And again, push the feet to the side. End up in boat pose. On your bum, engaging the tummy. I like to squeeze the knees together. Tabletop or straight legs. Hold. This is the last time you're holding your boat pose. Onto your lower back. So I'm scooping the tummy, pressing the lower back in. Once I'm there, both knees in, shoulders high, even higher if you can. Extend the right leg, out 45 degrees, left leg up. I'm flexing the feet. Inhale, prepare, exhale, pull. Inhale, switch, exhale, pull. Keep lifting the shoulders high. I'm doing another 6. I'm going to point the toes this time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both knees in. Relax the head and shoulders down. Feet on the ground, shoulder bridge or wheel. Come with me with the shoulder bridge first. That prepares the glutes. So once you scoop the tummy, lifted the hips, make sure you squeeze the glutes. You've got the feet flat. Interlacing the fingers under your hips again. Tucking shoulder blades in is good. Or tuck the shoulders, the fingertips under the shoulders and lift up into your shoulder bridge. Slowly come out of the position. Tuck your chin if you're coming out of shoulder bridge. Peel the spine onto the mat. Draw the knees in. You've got one more hand balance if you want it, and you can have a go jumping through chaturanga if you want. So get into your standing position or just roll up into crow or crane. Once you're there, just take a bit of time to find a space. And if nothing else, the hand balance. If you're not doing the hand balance, think about jumping through chaturanga with us from a halfway lift. Prepare and think about kicking the legs upwards and drawing the belly button in, lots of core strength. And then the rest is yours. Inhale into Cobra Upward Dog. And then last Downward Dog here. I'm going to hold it a little bit if you want to have another go. You have the option, you have the time. I'm just going to wait here and hold the Downward Dog. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. One more breath here. Drop the knees onto the mat. Find yourself on your bum. Middle of the mat. Let's start with a forward fold. Grabbing straps. See if you need them. Without the straps. Sitting upright, inhale. And exhale, fold. You should have quite warm hamstrings. So take 5 deep breaths to stretch out and lengthen the hamstrings. Sitting back up once you've done your 5 breaths roughly, and let's open the legs up into wide-legged forward fold. Find some space. Some might like the block underneath the bum. Once you've found that wide seated position, just play around with the knees, make sure they are not hurting. I'm taking the heels off. Fingertips behind you, lifting the chest, inhale. So you might already feel the stretch in the inner thighs, and push forward. That's good for me. Or reach the fingertips to the front. See how far you want to walk. Once you've reached your maximum, close your eyes. And with your exhalation, release the tension in the hips. Release the tension in the glutes as well. And if your knees don't hurt, try and relax your quads. I tend to point the toes up to the ceiling. That helps with the knees. Slowly walk the hands back, sitting up, leaning back onto the hands, shaking legs out. I'm using the hands to cross the knees, bending them one by one, bringing them together to give them a hug. And let's twist the spine. Right leg straight for me, left foot across, close to the chest, left fingertips behind you. Lengthen spine, inhale, reach the right arm up if it feels good. And exhale, twist. I'm pressing the elbow against the knee, looking over the left shoulder. Unravel the spine and change sides. Left leg straight for me. Right knee in, close to the chest, across. Right fingertips behind me. Lengthening spine, maybe left arm up, inhale. And exhale, twist. I'm pressing the elbow into the knee, looking over right shoulder. Unravel the spine, and you've got one more thing to do on the glutes and the hips. Very careful on your knees, please. I'm tucking the right heel up to the bum. And then the left foot is flexing quite far away from my hips. So I've got this long half diamond shape going on. Please be careful on your knees. From here, I'm taking a big inhale, sending the sitting bones flat, and exhale, walk forward. And if all goes well, you might feel it in your back, in your hips, quite deep inside your glutes. If it doesn't work for you, play around with the foot position. Maybe flex the foot, maybe have the heel closer, further away from your bum. Just go onto your back and give yourself a glute stretch, one heel across the other thigh. Release that stretch. Slowly, and let's do the other side. Just stay on your back if you're already there. Left heel into the bum. Right heel in the front. Again, play around with the foot position. Sitting bones are flat. And then forward. Feeling the stretch in the glute. Take a few deep breaths. And once you've done that, just finishing it off with 5 long breaths. You can stay on your back. You can sit up with us. I like to sit on a block. And I promise we are almost there. Just make sure you're comfy. Back is straight. Tune back into your breathing. In through the nose, out through the nose. Release the tension in your face and your shoulders. Make this the last one. Drop your chin to the chest if you've been lying down. Very slowly come into a seated position with us. Whilst we are hanging the head, maybe turning the head side to side a few times. I'm feeling the back of my neck stretching. When you're ready, circle the head one way. Change direction. Lift your gaze. Finish it off with a nice stretch. Inhale. Exhale into the heart center. Namaste.